Yes, the arraignment was conducted this morning, and the information was read to the accused, and the both the accused did not enter a plea. So, based on the rules of court, the judge entered a plea of not guilty for both of the accused. And as per the rules, the case has been set for pre-trial. But before the pre-trial will proceed, the case was also set for mediation. That's why we're here at the Philippine Mediation Center office in Manila, because it is considered a mediatable offense. So we've set dates for mediation already before the pre-trial. So that's the next stage. Pre-trial will start on the 21st.
Do you have any pleadings, sir, or wala?
Wala na. Wala nang pleadings na anong mangyayari dyan. Ano na lang yan. Marking na lang yan. Marking of exhibits, stipulation of issues and facts, agreement on what are the issues. That's what will happen next.
Do you plan to take it higher?
We're talking about it. We'll take a look at it. We have 60 days to decide. So we'll see.
Sir, any 60 days?
That's the period within which you can elevate the matter on certiorari to the Supreme Court. So we'll talk about it. We'll
So,
see.
sir, is SE yung option ng BTA?
No, the SC is the option if the issue that will be raised will be constitutionality. So obviously we will have to go up to the Supreme Court on that point. So if we decide not to elevate it at this point, then we will proceed to trial here in the RTC.
Maria, you want to say something?
Again, I've used all of the synonyms for ludicrous for this case because the article was published 7 years ago at a time when the law wasn't in place. We were arraigned on it because there's some theories that are really damaging to all Filipinos. Continuous publication, number one. Anyone who posts on Facebook will be there. And then the second is the period of prescription for libel. It was moved in order to charge us from 1 year to 12 years. I think that's something that should concern everyone.
Why did you not enter a plea?
Because my lawyer, you have to talk to my lawyer.
The question here has always been that the information does not charge an offense. So that's just being consistent with our position that there is no offense stated. But of course, we recognize the court's jurisdiction over her, and therefore the procedure there is not to enter a plea and allow the court to just state that she is availing of her presumption of innocence by entering a plea of not guilty.
Will you be facing Wilfredo Keng anytime soon in the
We don't know.
process?
We don't know. We asked his counsel.
Is he required to personally appear in the
No, it's not required, but it's preferable, but it's not required. But we did ask him if he would be free. He said he would try.
I mean, mediation, what's the end? I mean, are you willing to? What's the...
It's up to him. It's up to him because he's the one who brought the suit. So it's up to him whether he wants to settle this, whether he can, put a monetary figure to his damages. So, and if the monetary figure, if one at all can be proposed, is acceptable. That's the whole point of mediation, to try to see if the civil aspect of this case can go away, and in order to prevent the criminal case from proceeding further. So.
Can I just add one last thing? Because of the context of everything, right? Sige. We've had this arraignment this morning. I have another arraignment at 1:30 p.m. That's 2 in a day. That's kind of unheard of for a journalist, right? I have to say, elections were held yesterday. Congratulations to the winners. It's very clear these elections were a referendum of sorts for President Duterte. Now that he's, according to the results, received an overwhelming mandate. Again, a referendum on his popularity. I ask him to let the journalists do their jobs. That's all we want to do. I think his statements yesterday after he voted singled out Ellen Tordesillas from Vera Files. She responded very aggressively, as she should have. These types of statements create unnecessary rancor. We're just doing our jobs, Mr. President. So I think the last thing is, let me quote the agents, the police and the NBI agents when they were arresting me. Trabaho lang po ito. Trabaho lang po, Mr. President. Thank you.